Laura, we are back with another D&D movie time, and we're drawing closer and closer to the end of the month. And what are we going to be reviewing today before we get into our holiday movies?
Willy Wonka.
You mean Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, but...
Willy Wonka is the one with Gene Wilder. Charlie is the one with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, but... The only one that matches what stay in my mind was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
And you're wearing Willy Wonka socks.
I wish I could show them, but wearing skirts, so... hate myself.
Anyways, so today we are reviewing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This was made by Tim Burton.
Yes.
The same person that made Beetlejuice, Batman, wrote Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes!
Which we just recently reviewed on the channel.
My favorite movie. At least a perfect movie for Halloween and Christmas.
I was going to say, your favorite movie. I thought you liked Mario, Sonic. There's a lot of movies you say are your favorite movies. Anyways, so yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this tour of this factory along with some 5 children. And we'll see.
I'm the 5th one.
What?
I'm the 4th one.
Oh, so you're admitting you're Mike TV?
No. Definitely not. No. At least I'm not that stupid to go ahead and shrink myself.
Anyways, we will see you guys after the movie.
Bye. Jump scare. Backflip.
Have you ever seen a single person going into that factory?
There must be people working there.
The only thing that comes out of their face is the candy. I'd give anything in the world just to go in that amazing factory.
Dear people of the world, I, Willy Wonka, have decided to allow 5 children to visit my factory.
5 golden tickets have been hidden underneath the wrapping paper of 5 ordinary Wonka bars.
Wouldn't it be something, Charlie, to open a bar of candy and find a golden ticket?
But I only get 1 bar, yeah.
Nothing's impossible. You found Wonka's last golden ticket.
From director Tim Burton, please enter.
Who are you?
He's Willy Wonka.
I'm Tyler Dutch.
I don't care.
I love your chocolate.
I can see that.
I'm very pissed. Daddy, I want another pony.
You're my TV.
Okay. And you. Well, you're just lucky to be here, aren't you? Welcome to the factory.
Warner Brothers invite you to enter a whole new world. Unlike anything you've ever imagined.
It's beautiful.
Where dreams are your reality.
Look over there.
They're in Olympus.
Back off, you little freaks.
I do say that all seemed rather rehearsed. You're really weird.
And Willy Wonka
Let's boogie.
is your guide.
Ew.
This year, 5 lucky kids will follow in his footsteps.
I want a squirrel.
Don't touch that squirrel's nuts.
Why is everything here completely pointless?
But only one
Candy doesn't have to have a point. That's why it's candy.
will find his heart. Johnny Depp. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Wow.
Alright, so we just finished Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What is this movie about?
It's basically about trying to figure out a way.
Charlie.
I'm not trying to skip a part. I'm not trying to skip a big part at the beginning. So basically, Charlie and his family is poor. They can't really afford anything. I mean, they're not that poor. At least they got a house and food. Well, not that much food, but still. But they go ahead and find something that shows that Willy Wonka is opening his factory again. And
Why did he close his factory to begin with?
to make sure no burglars, because I guess he made a genius recipe that even people that hire, like, evil people wanted to get the recipe, so they hired other people to work there so they can get the recipe and give it to that person.
Okay.
And that's why he closed the factory. And
So how is he doing this? How are people going to go to the factory?
well, he's gonna let 5 kids come in with one of the grown-ups.
And how do they get it? And what do they need to... How's he picking these 5 kids?
The golden ticket. And we got, of course, a fat eater one. I mean, like,
What was his name? You're late. What's his name?
I don't know.
Augustus? Gloop?
Augustus Gloop.
And what was so creepy about that kid that we noticed?
He's actually a big fat eater.
Wasn't there something about his face that we noticed? He had no eyebrows?
Oh yeah, that kind of looked weird, but my dad was the one that noticed it. I was like, what, maybe some kids are born without eyebrows. Maybe they haven't grown their eyebrows yet.
Yeah, but it just made him look weird. Almost like he's supposed to be a toy or something.
Of course, I have to relate to a toy.
Anyways,
my
who's
toy
the
set.
second one to find a golden ticket?
Sorry if I get the characters mixed up, but basically, someone that always brags about something is always spoiled. Like,
Veruca?
yeah, Ruka. And
And you know all about being spoiled, don't you?
yeah, but at least I'm not that spoiled.
Yeah, she says as she holds up the plush she asked me to get her today.
What plushie?
Anyways, who's the third one to find a golden ticket?
A one that basically said we're on record eating gum for 3 months.
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum, eating gum, same thing.
What's her name?
Violet.
Violet. You're turning violet. Violet.
Yeah, and trust me, Homer.
Violet Beauregard.
Yeah, and trust me, the last time you get to see Homer at the end of the movie, it's really funny.
Yeah, well,
Well,
don't
it's
jump
just
ahead.
like-
Alright, so who's the fourth kid to find a golden ticket?
My dad would spoil it, but TV gamer or TV something.
Mike TV.
Yeah, Mike TV gamer.
It's just Mike TV. That's his name.
What? What a gamer. He literally plays a game. Like
You really shouldn't mumble.
Hey, I'm not mumbling. You're mumbling.
I can't understand a thing you're saying.
I can understand what you're saying.
Anyways, and then some Russian kid finds the 5th and final golden ticket, right?
Yeah, but then we find out it's actually fake.
Yeah.
Like, they probably just printed it, but like dollar bills, they're printed in a certain way. So, and that kid turned out to be a fake one. I mean, come on now. You want to go in like chocolate factory, but...
So who really finds the final golden ticket?
I mean, you cannot miss the main character. Charlie.
Charlie what?
Charlie the poor kid?
Bucket.
Charlie Bucket. I want to make a joke so
Did
bad.
you pay attention to the movie you were watching?
What for me? Names don't count.
How would you like it if someone walked in here and called you Susan? Or Nancy? Or Kelly?
Okay, I at least know the first name, but I never tell my last name.
Well, you should.
What? Why?
Because what if you're in a room full of Coras? How are you going to know which Cora they need?
But my name is long to spell.
What?
My name's literally long to spell.
So?
It's like, it has over 5.
That makes it easier for you to know they're talking to you. It's not some generic, easy last name that can get confused with anyone else's.
What?
Connaughton is a very long last name that it makes it easy to identify.
What is
What, are
it?
you going to be Cora Jane or Cora Smith?
No.
Okay, so you should be happy to have a nice long last name that would make people have to really pronounce it to get your attention.
Oh. Hey, my name is pretty weird. I have nothing to worry about.
No, actually, there's quite a few Coras out there.
What is?
Yeah, most just spell it C-O-R-A.
Hey, Lisa, actually tell people their mistakes. Like, okay, my name starts with a K and it has 2 R's. Just letting you know that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So anyways, they go to the factory, and this is probably Cora's favorite part of the movie, right?
Willy Wonka.
I thought you don't want to sing because of copyright claim.
No, that's the last one.
And what happens when what happens when that song plays?
Oh, basically at the end of it, the whole set burns down somehow. Makes no sense why.
Well, there's fireworks and glue and puppets and wood, so you put 2 and 2 together. Fire and wood don't mix. That's why they call it firewood.
Yeah.
Anyways, we get a little bit of surprise though as the set of the dolls is burning, right?
Yeah.
Who's standing alongside with the kids?
Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka.
And why wasn't he on the stage?
Oh, you want to actually see it going on
Yeah.
instead of him just seeing the audience.
Well, that finale, wow!
The finale, wow!
Did you even recognize Johnny Depp?
Nope until you paused it, which I really hated.
Anyways, you just said no. Continue. What happens then?
I'm thinking.
They go inside the factory.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. They go inside factory, that's a tour. And the first room is
The long
electro-
hallway with the
electro-
tiny door.
Yeah, that's really a normal sized door. It just looks like a tiny door with the key at the bottom.
And that's when Veruca and Violet say they're going to be best friends.
Yeah, even though one of them basically betrays the friendship.
You ever do that with a girl in your class that you see as a rival? You're like, oh, let's be best friends. But secretly you're plotting her destruction behind your back. I will win and you will lose.
No,
You just do that to the other kids, the boys that are mean to you, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyways, then what room do they go to?
A candy room. And trust me,
The
if I
chocolate room?
yeah, chocolate room, candy room. I mean, the whole entire room is literally made of candy.
In fact, everything in the room was edible. Even I'm eatable. But that is called cannibalism, my dear children, and is frowned upon in most societies.
Yeah, knowing that part, when I was watching that, I was like, did you just teach them something they shouldn't know?
Well, I mean, I think they should know it. You shouldn't go around eating people.
Yeah, but
I'm still trying to teach you that lesson.
what, have I ever eaten people?
You've tried.
No.
You've bitten plenty of other kids.
Because when I get mad, I become a cat.
A cat or catable?
Cat.
Anyways. And, so of all the things in that big chocolate room, what candy did you want the most? Although I still say you'd probably lift up all the candy rocks looking for gummy worms underneath.
No! Well, if there were any Kit Kats, I'd eat all the Kit Kats.
I think it has to be a Wonka bar.
Okay, maybe a Wonka bar. Something close to a Kit Kat.
Wonder if, like, the trees were made of chocolate bark. And those were where he gets his Wonka bars from. It's
Of
Wonka
course, I
bark.
have to make a joke. Of course.
So, do we lose any of the kids in this room?
Yeah, of course, we lose the first kid. Big fat.
Augustus Gloop, you mean?
Yeah, Augustus Gloop, his name is hard to say. Meow.
How is his name hard to say? It's Augustus Gloop.
Augustus Gloop, Augustus Gloop, Augustus
Great
Gloop.
big greedy nincompoop.
Augustus Gloop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were singing the song. So what'd you think of your first sight of the Oompa Loompas?
I mean, I did notice one scene that I think you mentioned, not earlier, but when I was 7 or 8, is they are actually played by the exact same actor.
That's because in the book, they're all supposed to be identical to each other.
Yeah, mine's still close.
No, even their clothes were all identical.
Wait, what?
That's why in this, they're all wearing the same outfits. Because their clothes were identical. They looked identical. Even their women looked the same as the men.
Okay, now that's completely sus.
That's just how their society was. But anyways, so moving on. What room? How do we get to the next room?
Oh, we took a boat.
That was a beautiful boat, right?
Yeah, I thought it was made of glass gum, like clear gum. I thought it was made of clear gum.
Oh. I thought it was made out of, like, crystallized sugar that was turned into, like, a boat. Sort of like a gigantic lollipop. Like, if you licked it, it would be sweet as a lollipop.
Yeah, but how hard it is in the bottom of the boats, and
It's probably glass.
I mean, yeah, but the reason why I thought it was gum, because when gum loses its stickiness, if it even does, and if it gets hot enough, then you can basically turn into like a bowl, a cup, a small cup.
Yeah, but you would sink in it. Anyways, so what's the next room we stop at?
Oh, the experimental room. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where we lose Violet. Because she basically, since she is a gum eater, she goes ahead, eats a gum that basically can be a dinner. And if you reach the blueberry pie, I think it was, yeah, pie, the blueberry pie, you basically turn into a violet.
A blueberry?
Blueberry, violet, something. Violet! You turn violet!
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Violet! You turn violet!
Anyways. What's the next room?
A schoolroom. And of course we got the little rat, but the room I did like the most, because I know two versions, is the goose version, because it actually makes sense to me, but because I know goose are basically like all the other animals. And
You can have a bad nut. There are real things as bad nuts.
I know, but
And squirrels would be able to determine whether or not it's good or bad.
I know, but the squirrels, yeah, before squirrels saw fall away a nut, that one looked really smart. In fact, here's the other thing I don't get. When she wanted on the squirrels and she wanted to choose only one, they are like the exact same thing. It doesn't matter, just choose one. And I just choose one farther away, because you're going to go to the dump anyways.
Well, they wanted to build up tension.
Yeah, sure.
And is that your favorite song?
No,
Which one's your favorite song?
my TV.
Oh. Is he the next one on the list?
Mhm.
And which room do we lose him in?
Of course, the TV room, the television room.
And how do we lose him?
He basically turns himself tiny. That's why I said I'm not that stupid.
By teleporting himself across the room?
Yeah.
With the Wonka vision?
Mhm. And we basically get a song, and I guess if you can even change a channel, if you change the channel while that scene is still on, it'll just go to the next channel with you, or at least second channel.
Yeah.
So like the only way to remove it is to literally grab it.
And which room do we lose Charlie in?
We don't even lose Charlie at all.
Well, kinda. I mean, he doesn't take Willy up on the offer to run the factory.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, because Charlie actually kills for his family. Instead of like what Wonka did and ran away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But do they work it out in the end?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Wonka somehow guarded the whole entire house and guarded Dale at his factory, so Charlie still got his family, and he also has the factory.
Yep.
I mean, trust me, I wouldn't give him my dad for anything, except if it was to save the entire world.
Yeah. You'd give me up for that?
What?
Sorry, Dad. You're not worth the world. Bye.
What? Would you want me to save the world?
Of course. Anyways. Alright. So that was Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. We probably will review Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory and...
Why isn't that the exact same?
What?
Why isn't that the exact same scene by different scenes?
Kinda. There's a lot of differences. And I like the original Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory. But, I also have a lot of issues with that one, and I've always had issues.
Can you say that? Can you say that when we actually watch that?
Yep, I'll go into details. Trust me. But I do like that one. That was actually my introduction to Gene Wilder. So I already knew who Johnny was by this point because I had seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I had seen. He wasn't in that. Helena Bonham Carter was. She was Sally, I think.
Woohoo!
And also, she was in Harry Potter. Can you sit proper?
No.
Please? Sit proper. Anyways, I had seen Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street, and I had seen him in Pirates of the Caribbean, so I was already familiar with his work. Did you recognize the music was the same as all the other Tim Burton movies? Danny Elfman?
No.
Oh, you didn't get that feel from the music?
Well, I didn't get any Nightmare for Christmas vibes.
Corey, he's done so much more besides Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's the only movie I know he created, and the only thing I can remember.
Beetlejuice, Batman.
Don't you? I hate.
So much. Coraline, I think.
I hate when you correct me.
There's a lot of things.
So 100 billion.
If you'd get over your freaking thing with Beetlejuice, you'd probably love Beetlejuice.
God, please no.
It's really funny. Anyways, so did this feel like a Tim Burton movie?
Yeah, but it also kind of reminded me of, like, Saw. I mean, like, if Saw was a kid's movie. Because to be able for you to survive, you have to follow the rules, or else you get taken away from the eventual. And or you get unsquished into a squished blueberry that can be super flexible. Be taller than you're growing up.
So you're just basically saying that this is like a kid's version of Saw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Game over.
Alright, well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will give our final score.
Bye.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
Final scores. Cora, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this movie?
I mean, 9 out of 10. When I first, I didn't really, I wasn't sure, if this was really a kid's movie, and plus, sometimes Willy Wonka seemed insane.
That's the point. Because he hasn't spoken or dealt with any regular person. All he's been around is Oompa Loompas for 10 years or more.
Hey, what about robots?
No.
But let's at the beginning of the movie, we see robots go ahead and do.
You saw machines. Those aren't robots.
Machines.
Those are just machines.
Do they run on wires? Do they run on technology? Yes, they do. The same thing.
But they don't move on their own. They are programmed to make a movement and then to repeat that movement forever.
Robots too.
No, robots have different functions. But moving on. A machine is not a robot. That's like saying your PlayStation 3 is a robot.
No.
It's a machine. It's not a robot. It doesn't even look like a robot. Robots tend to look like people. Jack Skellington is not a robot. In any way, shape, or form. Psychopath. Anyways, did you have a favorite scene?
The end.
Why the end? Tell me. You know how this works. You name a scene, you gotta say why. Come on, you're holding us up.
Okay. Why? Because the part when Willy Wonka actually got himself a family at the end. He adopted family, of course. I was pretty glad for him. He finally got spoiled people hanging around and he just go cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yeah.
And insane.
He might be too far gone. Anyways, did you have a favorite song? Well, we said that you did. Why was Night TV your favorite song?
Well, actually, the first one was, but Night TV was kind of a good song.
Okay, why was Willy Wonka your favorite song?
No, not that first song. The Chocolate River song.
Augustus Gloop?
Yeah, Augustus Gloop.
Why was that your favorite song?
It sounded good and it's
just so catchy.
And plus, in the other version, it's also a better song because you at the beginning of the song you have random words pop up.
Well, it's not random words. They have words.
I know, but what I mean is the good words are same. That's what I mean, random. Even though not really random, but who cares?
We're not talking about the other movie. We're talking about this movie.
I know.
The other movie, I only had one song on repeat, just different lyrics to each song. So in that case, whenever Willy Wonka says that it's just luck that they just are making it up on the spot, in the other one, yeah, you could believe that because it's the same tune just repeated over and over with different words. But in this one, it actually does seem rehearsed, Like, the entire song was catered to that person. Like, they knew what was going to happen. Mike TV even makes a point to say that. It's like they knew it was going to happen.
I mean, I'm surprised Snapchat didn't even do a thing like that.
So, maybe he has.
I never seen it on the channel. If you're not talking about him.
Anything else you want to say about this one?
Nah.
Alright. Well, then moving on to my score. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. Put your hands down.
Why?
I said so. You okay over there?
Dad, get to... Yeah.
You're being really weird. You're really weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you've watched this channel before, you know as a writer, I'm a huge stickler for being faithful to the books. And since this was based off a book, this version of the movie is actually very faithful to the book.
There is some parts they did cut off, but yeah.
How do you know you haven't read the book?
I literally much didn't. You literally much didn't.
I pointed that out with one of the songs.
I'm not deaf. I'm not
You
deaf.
can't read. You can't. Ooh. Do you have the audiobook? No, you don't. Okay. So you gotta read it.
I don't have a tablet.
Well, you don't need a tablet. But the point is, it's just that this is very faithful to the book. I liked a lot of the scenes. I don't know why this one got so much hate when it is so faithful. You know, being faithful to the source material is like a really good thing. And the actual writer who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, even he didn't like the Gene Wilder one because they took so many liberties with his story. They deviated so far from the original source material. And Tim Burton actually did his best to stay with the source material and basically took a lot of it straight from the book. Like, you could literally read this book as you're watching it and it will line up perfectly. So, but alright, that's going to go ahead and end this review. We got one more next week. Or this week, one more this week that we're doing. And then we should be ready to get started on Christmas stuff. We might have another week, I don't know. Last week I did some Doctor Who content. If you haven't, check both of those videos out now. If you like Doctor Who, if you want to see more Doctor Who content, I'm super excited because at the end of the month we're getting David Tennant returning as the Doctor. So, alright, with all that said, we will see you all in the next video.